What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Question: how well do you really know your children? I see a lot of delusional parents on an almost daily basis, or just in certain situations, um, that make the mistake of either having no clue about the activities that their children participate in, whether it be drugs, whether it be gang violence, whether it be sex, whatever the case might be. They really don't even know what their children are actually out here doing. Then you have a situation where um, you have parental denial, and that's just basically where people will say, "Oh no, my child would never do that. No, my son would never. That's not my son. He's not." And your son or your daughter will absolutely do that. Matter of fact, they was the ringleader of doing that, whatever that is. And a lot of that has contributed to a lot of the situations that we have going on in our community with our children, because we've lost the connection to them somewhere down the line. Um, every game has a pivotal moment in it where it can go in this direction. The momentum can swing in this direction, or the momentum can swing in this direction. Unfortunately, building a family and raising children, that's not a game. But it still had that same principle that there are moments that could swing the momentum. And and sometimes it's not for the parent to be blamed, or for the parent to be condemned. It's just hard to catch and observe every aspect. It's hard to catch everything. It's just hard. And so we got to be more focused on what our children are going through as they start to go through certain changes, in their life. Because, it's phases. They start off as babies, of course, and then they kind of go through that little stage of just learning life, and everything is the most amazing thing. It's like, whoa, what is this? It's like everything is just so new. Then they reach that childhood stage where you start to kind of see their personalities develop, and they are still innocent, still very innocent. And then they reach that danger zone where you come into that pocket where they start to see those other parts of life. Somebody exposes them to those sides of life, or they come across it, or just the natural curiosity kicks in, and before you know it, you start to see that change, and then it's hard to get a hold of, you know. A lot of times people are scared to have those tough and uncomfortable conversations, but you gotta do it in order to let the child know that there's nothing that they can't talk to you about. And sometimes what happens is, because every parent has said this, parents, I don't care if it's you or me or whoever, your parents will tell you at some point in your life, look, man, whatever it is, you can tell me. I got you. And usually the parents who say that, they mean that. They mean that. They it doesn't mean that they not gonna be mad or upset or disappointed at the behavior. If you tell them, well, man, mama had to, well, I ain't had to, mama, we went out and stole a car. You know, that's going to be very disappointing to mama, to daddy. But if they have already laid it out there, and look, you can tell me whatever. And the importance of being able to tell your parents whatever, and a parent being able to tell a child that you can tell me whatever, is it allows the situation, it puts everybody in a situation where we can fix the problem together. See, if there's something you holding back, that's like a lawyer and a client. The lawyer Even though, people still don't fully do it all the time, but sometimes they do. The lawyer will say, look, man, in order for me to really properly represent you, man, you got to let me know everything. I got to know. I don't want any surprises coming up on me later on while I'm defending you, and then they hit me with something that you didn't tell me. So that's kind of the same principle with parents. It's like this, hey, look, whatever you did, let me know. And we'll try to figure it out together. But don't feel like you got to hold something back. Especially, as a child, if you already in trouble, you might well go ahead on and let all the pigeons loose. So we just have to be more in tune to get to know um, the activities of a child, because the time comes where they start to grow into that mode where they that pre-adulthood, and it's hard to control them at that point if they've gotten away to a certain degree. And doesn't make you a bad parent, doesn't make the child a bad child. It's just it's something that we gotta reel in and tighten up. So make sure that you don't get so busy at work, or make sure you don't get so caught up in everyday life to where you lose contact of those who are around you every day. Because the if we lose them, please believe there are other negative aspects of life that we'll find them. If you lose your son in the house, he will be found by the streets. Vice versa, daughter also. That's just how it goes. So try to stay in tune with your son and daughter. Ask them, hey man, what's on your mind? What you do today? What you going through anything? And hope that they keep it as honest and real with you as you can. Because there are systems in place to snatch them from you. The prison industrial complex, snatch them. These drugs, these streets, snatch them. These strip clubs, snatch them. They ready. There's places that's ready to take your daughter, take your son. And we got to do everything we can to fight to make sure that doesn't happen, man. So it's your big brother, K-Rino. Y'all leave y'all comments below. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.